My child, stop what you're doing and listen. Heaven is speaking, and this may be the last time you feel this pull in your spirit. What you're hearing is no coincidence, no algorithm, no mere voice in the noise of this world. It is the voice of eternity breaking through time to reach you. This message is marked with urgency because your soul has reached a divine crossroads. I have been trying to get your attention for so long, through whispers, through warnings, through moments that should have shattered you, but somehow didn't. I've been speaking in the quiet ache that keeps returning, in the tears you wipe before anyone sees, in the strange stirring you feel when everything else falls silent. And now I say to you with fire in my voice and mercy in my heart, hear this now or never. I have waited patiently, child. I have called gently. I have let time and circumstance press upon you, not to destroy you, but to awaken you. You have brushed off my signs, thinking you had more time, that there would always be another chance to realign, another day to return, another season to surrender. But the window is closing. What you do with this moment will echo far beyond this day. The stirring in your heart right now is not random emotion. It is a divine encounter, a sacred interruption orchestrated by heaven itself. If you ignore this, the silence that follows will not be peace. It will be absence. This is the sound of grace calling you one more time before it fades. You've asked me for signs, for clarity, for proof that I am real. But what you failed to see is that I've been proving my presence all along. Every time you felt something pulling you away from danger, that was me. Every time you survived what should have broken you, that was me. Every sleepless night where peace suddenly washed over you for no reason, that was me wrapping you in mercy. You've seen me in glimpses, but refused to recognize my hand. And still, I have not turned away. Still, I call your name because I love you far too deeply to let you sleep through the most critical hour of your destiny. Look around you. The world grows darker by the day. Hearts grow colder, and truth is becoming harder to find. You can feel it. The weight in the atmosphere, the spiritual tension pressing against the earth. It is not imagination. It is the shifting of eternal seasons. I am separating what is mine from what is temporary. Those who hear and respond will be hidden under my protection. Those who delay will drift into the confusion of the age. I do not say this to frighten you, but to awaken you. You cannot live numb any longer, pretending that you have forever to choose. The clock of mercy is striking its final tones, and I am shouting through the noise. Hear this now or never. This is your divine interruption. This is your rescue in disguise. Everything you've been feeling, the restlessness, the unease, the sudden awareness that life cannot stay the same, has been heaven shaking your soul to attention. I am reaching through every distraction, every doubt, every fear to tell you, I still want you. I still choose you. But you must decide now. You cannot linger between belief and hesitation. You cannot keep one foot in light and one in shadow. My call is clear, my tone is final, and my arms are open. Return to me before the echo fades. This is your moment of mercy, your turning point written before time began. Hear me, my child. Hear me now, or you may never feel this calling again. My child, hear me with both your heart and your spirit. This is the last time heaven will nudge you like this before the door closes. Not because I desire to withdraw, but because time itself is shifting. The call has gone out to every hood that still it has ears to hear. I am gathering those who will walk closely with me in the coming season. Those who will not trade my presence for popularity, who will not choose comfort over calling, who will not be distracted by the noise of this world. You have been chosen among them, but you must respond. This invitation cannot wait for someday. The window of grace is open now. And if you delay, the weight of hesitation will harden your heart until you can no longer feel the pull you feel right now. You have carried pain like armor, using your wounds as proof that no one stays. that no one truly sees you, but I have seen every moment.
I saw the night you sat awake, staring at the ceiling, whispering my name through tears that wouldn't stop. I heard the prayer you didn't even finish because you felt too tired to believe it mattered. I saw the betrayal that broke something inside you, and I watched as you pretended you were fine while your heart bled silently. Every unanswered question, every unspoken ache, every deep sigh in the dark, I heard it all. You thought I was far away, but I was right beside you, collecting every tear, whispering, "Hold on, this is not the end."
You survived what should have crushed you, not because of luck, but because my hand never left you. Even in your rebellion, I was merciful. Even in your silence, I was patient. Even in your running, I stayed. But now I cannot allow you to keep living like this, half alive, half aware, half believing. This numbness you've been feeling is not depression alone. It is the soul's cry for revival. You were never meant to settle in mediocrity. There is greatness within you, and I am demanding it to rise. The dreams that have haunted you are not dead. They are waiting for your obedience. The gifts that have been dormant are not lost. They are waiting for your surrender. The clarity you've been seeking will not come from striving, but from stillness in my presence. You have run to many voices, but only mine can restore what's missing. I am not asking you to strive harder. I am asking you to yield completely. Amen. Your love keeps chasing me. His grace has never stopped. I know what lies ahead, and I am warning you in love. Distractions are multiplying, dissection is rising, and many hearts are growing cold. The world will continue to promise peace, but deliver emptiness. But those who anchor themselves in me will stand firm when everything else shakes. You must decide where your roots will remain planted, in my truth or swayed by the storm. The time for lukewarm living is over. The shaking that is coming will expose every false foundation, and only those who walk in closeness with me will carry peace when the world trembles. That is why heaven is pleading with you now. You still have time to return, to reset, to realign, but not much.
What you ignore today will become what you regret tomorrow. My beloved, I am not calling you into fear. I am calling you into freedom. The entity wants you distracted so that you miss this moment. He wants you convinced that you can delay, that you can fix yourself later. But later will not come the way you imagine. You cannot fix in your own strength what only surrender can heal. Stop running from me. Stop numbing the ache I placed in you to awaken your soul. You have chased many things, but none have filled the emptiness. It is because only I can.
You have tried to heal through control, through distractions, through denial, but peace cannot dwell where truth is ignored. Let me in, child. Let me rebuild what life has broken. Let me restore what aim has buried. Let me make you whole again. This is the moment of your decision, on tomorrow, not next month. Now you have prayed for signs. This is the final one. Heaven has interrupted your day for the last time before silence follows. I am not threatening you. I am inviting you into mercy while it is still available. The tenderness you feel right now, the conviction stirring in your chest, that is my spirit pleading for your yes. If you turn away now, the noise of this world will drown it out, and you will wonder later why the fire faded, why the peace disappeared, why nothing feels alive anymore. Don't let that happen. Stay with me. Let this be the day your heart returns home. Heaven is watching. Angels are near. The door is still open, but only for a little while. My child, you have no idea how deeply you are loved. You are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. You are not too far gone. You are still chosen, still pursued, still wanted. I am not asking for perfection. I am asking for surrender. Lay down your guilt, your shame, your excuses, your pride. I can handle your pain. I can carry your confusion. Just give me your heart again. Let me breathe life into the ashes of your dreams. Let me turn your regrets into testimony. Let me show you what I have prepared for you beyond the walls of fear. There is still a future for you, one filled with purpose, peace, and joy that the world cannot give. But you must move now. This is not a season for hesitation. This is a sacred turning point written into your story before you ever took your first breath. Heaven has called, and the earth is shifting to make room for your obedience. Do not miss what I am releasing. Lift your eyes, open your heart, step away from the noise, and listen to the whisper that has been chasing you through every moment of your life. I love you. I have always loved you, and I will never stop. But this is your moment to answer. Heaven is waiting. Do not let this nudge fade. Do not let this message pass you by. For once, it does. The silence that follows will not be absence. It will be the echo of an opportunity missed. My beloved, do you not realize how many times heaven has tried to reach you? You think this is the first message, but it is not. I have been whispering to you for years, through heartbreak, through endings, through moments that felt too painful to bear. Every unanswered prayer was not rejection, but redirection. Every time something slipped from your hands, I was removing what could destroy you later. Every delay that made you cry out in frustration was actually me protecting what was sacred. I have been chasing your heart through the language of circumstance, but you mistook my mercy for distance. There were nights you sat in silence, wondering if your prayers were hitting the ceiling. You whispered, "God, are you still there?" And you heard nothing but your own heartbeat. But I was there in that silence, listening to every unspoken word. I did not ignore you. I was watching the war within your spirit. The part of you that wanted to trust me, fighting the part that wanted to give out. I sent signs that you overlooked. I placed people in your path who spoke my truth to you, but you called it coincidence. I stirred your heart with conviction, but you silenced it with busyness. Yet even then, I did not stop pursuing you. I have loved you too long to give up now. Every door that shut, every plan that failed, every friendship that ended was not chaos, it was choreography. I have been weaving every event in your life like threads in a divine tapestry. You only see knots and broken strands, but I see the pattern. You saw endings, I saw redirections. You saw losses, I saw cleansing. You saw confusion, I saw alignment. You prayed for blessings, but I wanted to give you transformation. I did not come to decorate your life, I came to deliver your soul. There were moments when you said, "God, why did you take that from me?" And I whispered, "Because it was taking you from me." You begged me to restore things I had already removed because they were stealing your peace, your focus, your faith. I heard your cries and I counted every tear, but my love was stronger than your request. I could not give you what you wanted because what you wanted would have destroyed what I planned. Support our channel. We dedicate our work to bringing happiness to your heart and drawing you closer to God. If you'd like to help us continue this mission, you can contribute through Super Thanks. Your support truly means a lot. Heaven has watched you walk through storms that felt endless. You did not see me there, but I was in the wind that didn't destroy you. I was in the pain that refined you. I was in the silence that strengthened you. I never abandoned you. I was guarding you in disguise. You thought I was gone, but I was only hidden so that you would learn to seek me. I needed you to desire me, not for answers, but for presence. I have waited for this moment, when your heart would no longer run to temporary comforts, when you would finally pause long enough to feel the ache of separation and realize it was me you were missing all along. My child, How many times did I reach for you in your thoughts? That strange stirring that came out of nowhere. The moment of guilt you brushed aside. The flash of tenderness that made your eyes filled with tears. Those were me when I sent that dream you couldn't shake. The conversation that felt too perfect to be chance. That still voice that said, "Don't go there," and you went anyway. Those were me trying to rescue you before the fall. When that opportunity fell through, it was my hand. When that relationship crumbled, it was my mercy.
When that disappointment came, it was my redirection. I was teaching you to hear my no is love, not punishment. Do you understand now why I could not let you remain where you were? Because you are settling for what was less than divine, and I have destined you for more than survival. You have spent too long building your identity around pain, wearing your scars like armor, believing they define you. But I have not called you to live as a survivor. I have called you to live as a vessel of glory. You keep asking me to remove your storms, but what I am doing is greater.
I am making you the calm within them. I am shaping you into a testimony that no one will be able to deny. The world will see your transformation and know that heaven intervened. So now I speak again, not softly, not indirectly, but with the full authority of heaven. I have been pursuing you through everything. When you lost hope, I was still there. When you turned away, I still whispered your name. When you thought you were forgotten, I surrounded you with reminders of my love. The song that made you cry, the verse that appeared at the right moment, the stranger's words that pierced your heart. All those were me calling you home. This is the truth you need to grasp. Heaven never stopped calling. It was you who stopped listening. But even your silence did not stop my love. Even your mistakes could not cancel your destiny. I have followed you through every season, waiting for the day when your heart would finally be still enough to say, "I hear you." And that day is now. You are hearing me again. You are feeling the weight of eternity pressing on your heart. Do not resist it. Do not explain it away. This is not emotion. This is awakening. My beloved, I tell you again, I have been reaching for you through every trial. Every unanswered prayer was a doorway to something greater. Every heartbreak was me clearing space for real healing. Every loss was me loosening the grip of what you never needed. Every silence was heaven rearranging your path. I have not been absent. I have been working in places you couldn't see. And now I have come to reveal what all of it meant. Do not waste this moment trying to understand everything. Just receive it. Let your spirit remember what your mind forgot. That you are loved beyond comprehension. That heaven has been chasing you because your life carries weight in eternity. You are not small, not forgotten, not lost in the crowd. You are chosen, seen, and set apart. I have not spent years pursuing you only to give up now. I am still here, still speaking, still calling your name in love. This is not the first time I've reached for you, but it may be the last before the silence returns. Do not let this holy moment pass by unnoticed. The voice you feel stirring inside is the same voice that formed the stars. The same presence that held you in every dark night. Listen, heaven has been calling your name for a long time, and this is the moment you finally answer. My precious child, I know you have been carrying so much. You've walked through days when the air itself felt heavy, when you smiled just to survive, when you told yourself you were fine because you were afraid no one would understand the weight pressing against your heart. I saw you when you pretended to be strong for others, while secretly wondering if anyone would ever be strong for you. I watched you hold your breath through moments of pain, praying no one would notice how close you were to breaking. And even when you said nothing, I heard the cry beneath your silence. You've whispered questions into the night that you were too afraid to speak aloud. God, why does it still hurt? Why does everything I love keep slipping away? Why do I always feel unseen, unheard, forgotten? I heard every one of those questions. I never turned away. My silence was not indifference, it was sorrow. For I have watched you try to heal wounds you did not cause. And I have watched you blame yourself for pain that was never your fault. I have seen the scars that others cannot see, the ones you hide behind your laughter, the ones that still bleed when the world is quiet. You think no one notices the battles inside you, but heaven has recorded every one. I saw you fall to your knees after that betrayal, when the people you trusted broke your heart without apology. I saw you in the aftermath, when the tears fell in secret places. You didn't know it, but angels surrounded you that night. They caught your tears as they fell. And I whispered over your shattered heart, "Hold on, my beloved. This is not the end." You thought you were falling apart, but I was rebuilding you. You thought you were being abandoned, but I was making space for something pure to enter your life. You thought you were losing everything, but you were only shedding what could no longer walk with you into your destiny. There were nights when loneliness crawled across your chest like a weight you couldn't shake. You tried to distract yourself, to numb the ache, but it always came back, because it wasn't emptiness. It was a holy hunger. That ache was me calling you back into intimacy. I allowed that emptiness so you would search for fullness again. You thought you missed people, but you were really missing me. I know what it feels like to be forgotten, to love deeply and not be loved in return. I know what it is to be betrayed by those closest to you. I have walked your pain before you ever felt it, and that is why I tell you, I am not distant from your sorrow. I have felt it with you every time. You have fought invisible battles that drained your strength. You've smiled while fighting anxiety that no one understood. You've gone through seasons where you didn't even recognize yourself anymore. But I recognize you. Even when you lost your identity beneath the weight of expectation, I never forgot who you truly were. I have been holding on to the version of you that the world tried to destroy. I have kept it safe until you were ready to return to it. You have not lost yourself. You've only been wandering through a storm. And I am the voice calling you back through the wind. Every heartbreak you endured became a doorway for compassion to grow inside you. Every disappointment refined your discernment. Every delay taught you to depend on me rather than on human timing. You were not being punished. You were being prepared. You kept thinking I was late, but I was waiting for the perfect intersection of mercy and destiny. The reason the answer hasn't come yet is because I was still shaping you to receive it. I was aligning your heart with the weight of the blessing I've always intended for you. If I had given you what you prayed for too early, it would have crushed you. But now you are stronger than you know. You are standing at the edge of breakthrough, even though it still feels like breaking. My child, you have carried grief that has aged your soul. You've walked through seasons of rejection that made you question your worth. But hear me now. No rejection can cancel what I have chosen. You were never meant to fit into every place. Some doors had to close because I did not want you trapped in rooms that couldn't hold your purpose. Some people had to leave because they were never meant to walk with you into your next season. I know it hurt. I know you begged me to make them stay. But love that is not anchored in truth would have only poisoned your peace. I took them away because I love you too deeply to let you live beneath your calling. When you were weary, I sat beside you. When you said you couldn't go on, I whispered strength into your bones. When you thought you would drown beneath your own tears, I parted the waters around your soul. Every time you almost gave up, I breathed hope into your lungs again. That strength you thought was your own, that was me. That tiny spark that kept you alive when everything in you wanted to disappear, that was my spirit burning inside you. You have never walked alone. Every time you survived what should have destroyed you, it was because I was carrying you. Do you remember the times you said, "God, I can't do this anymore"? You were right, you couldn't. But I could, and I did. I carried you through seasons you don't even remember because you were too broken to notice. I shielded you from dangers you never saw coming. I silenced storms that would have torn you apart. And though you didn't see my face, you were wrapped in my arms the entire time. That is how much you mean to me. That is how fiercely I love you. I know you feel like life has stolen too much from you. Time, joy, innocence, trust. But I am the God who restores. I can rebuild what years of pain have taken. I can make up for lost time. I can turn the story of your suffering into the foundation of your strength. Every scar on your soul is becoming a testimony. Every night you cried alone is being rewritten into a dawn filled with purpose. Nothing have been wasted. Not one tear, not one heartbreak, not one delay. I have woven it all into a masterpiece that only heaven could design. Comment. Amen. The word sustains me. If Scripture keeps your faith alive, so lift your head, my beloved. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. I am still here, closer than your breath, ready to take what was broken and make it beautiful again. You do not have to hide your pain from me. I am the only one who truly understands it. You do not have to fix yourself before coming close. I am the one who will make you whole. Come to me with your weary heart, your trembling hands, your tired soul. Lay down the guilt, the questions, the fear. I will not reject you. I will not rebuke you. I will receive you. I will heal you. I will hold you until the storm inside you finally goes still. This is why heaven has been calling so urgently, because I have seen your pain, and I refuse to let it define you. I am writing your story even now. You will look back and see that what nearly broke you actually built you. You will see that every loss made space for something sacred. You will see that you were never abandoned. You were being prepared. And when the time comes, you will understand that everything you went through was the sound of heaven fighting for your soul. My beloved, listen closely now, for I am about to uncover what you have long misunderstood. You have asked me again and again, why must I wait? Why do others move forward while I remain still? Why do doors open for them and not for me? You thought I had forgotten you, but I never did. I have been working in the unseen, preparing a foundation strong enough to hold what I am about to give you. Delay was not denial, it was protection. Every moment I withheld what you asked for, I was shielding you from something your eyes could not yet perceive. You prayed for quick answers, but quick answers cannot bear eternal weight. You wanted speed, but I wanted strength. I am not slow as you suppose. I am precise. My timing does not revolve around your impatience, but around your readiness. When a seed is planted, it disappears beneath the soil. For a season, it seems as though nothing is happening, yet under the surface, roots are spreading deep and wide. If the sprout appeared too soon, it would die beneath the first wind. You, my child, are that seed. I buried you not to forget you, but to root you. I kept you hidden so that when you rise, nothing will uproot you again. You cried because the doors stayed closed, but I was fortifying the walls behind them. Some paths you wanted were not closed by accident. They were closed because they led away from the life I destined for you. You begged for relationships that ended, but I saw the betrayal that would have shattered your soul. You asked me for opportunities that vanished, but I saw the weight they carried and knew they would have crushed you. You wanted to be seen, but I wanted you to be secure. You wanted recognition, but I wanted refinement. The silence you feared was not my absence, it was my shaping. I let you feel alone so you would discover that your worth does not depend on applause. I withheld answers so you would learn to rest in my character, not in outcomes. I hid certain blessings because they were still being molded in my hands. You thought I was ignoring your prayers, but I was aligning the details around them. All you thought nothing was moving, heaven was shifting mountains in your favor. You remember the moments you nearly gave up, the nights you said, "Lord, I can't wait anymore." Each of those nights was a test of trust, not because I delight in testing, but because trust is the language of the kingdom. I was teaching you to walk by faith, not by sight. When you felt forgotten, I was watching to see if you would still believe my promises. When you saw no progress, I was watching to see if your heart would still praise me. You thought waiting was punishment. It was preparation for intimacy. For it is in the long silence that faith grows mature, that love learns endurance, that hope becomes unbreakable. You see now why I had to slow your steps. I had to untangle you from what was temporary. You were running after things that looked good but were never meant to last. I could not let you build your future on weak foundations. So I stripped away everything unstable, not to wound you, but to anchor you in truth. You wanted comfort. I gave you character. You wanted answers. I gave you awareness. You wanted release. I gave you revelation. There were seasons you thought you were forgotten, but you were actually hidden beneath my hand. I kept you in obscurity because greatness grows in quiet places. The womb of waiting was where I shaped your destiny. I refined your faith until it could carry glory without collapsing under pride. I let you walk through seasons where nothing made sense, so that your trust would no longer depend on understanding. You thought I was late, but I was right on time. My timeline is not bound by clocks, it is measured by transformation. Child, do you realize how close you are now? What once felt like endless waiting is almost complete? The reason your heart feels restless is because the season of silence is ending. The delay is breaking. The ground beneath your feet is beginning to shift because the harvest is ready. The prayers you thought were forgotten have been maturing in my hands, ripening until the perfect moment. And that moment is near. But hear me, the same patience that carried you through the silence must carry you through the breakthrough. Do not rush what I am revealing. Do not force doors open before their hinges are secure. What I give you will not slip away if you wait for my voice. The blessing I am sending is not fragile. It is fortified by every tear you shed, every prayer you whispered, every season you endured. It is coming to stay. And now, remember this. My delays were never punishment. They were mercy. They were the space where I saved you from things you thought you wanted. They were the training ground for discernment, the refining fire for humility, the quiet forge for faith. You are stepping into a chapter where everything will make sense, where you will look back and see that I was never late, never silent, never indifferent. I was crafting something eternal. So lift your head, my beloved. The waiting was worth it. The prayers you prayed in the dark are about to bloom in the light. Every moment of delay has become the seed of destiny. Be still a little longer, and you will see what heaven has been preparing behind the veil. The story I am writing for you could not be rushed because it was never ordinary. My child, listen very carefully. You are standing on the edge of a line that will not remain open forever. The pull you feel in your heart right now, the trembling, the quiet weight that makes you want to weep without knowing why, is my spirit pressing upon you for a response. Do not harden yourself. This moment is sacred, and it will not repeat itself in the same way again. I have called to you gently through seasons of mercy, through whispers, through dreams, through 1,000 small interruptions. I am calling now with urgency because the time of gentle nudges is drawing to an end. What you decide in the stillness of this hour will shape the road ahead. Say amen. Doors of favor are opening if you're stepping into a new season. And share this video.